So I honestly feel moments like this were what this channel was created for. So everyone and their mom, all the prognosticators, all of the Vegas experts, all of the national media jabroni haircuts picking the San Francisco 49ers to come into Minnesota and just like plop it right on the Vikings' foreheads, right? Except for Daniel Jeremiah, DJ, the pride of Appalachian State. So F you. Jeremiah's cool, and F you. Everyone, we're out, right? Stephen A. Smith, please, because feels good. Feels really good. Vikings notch a statement win week 2 at home against the San Francisco 49ers, the reigning, defending NFC champions, 23-17. And also, here's the thing. The Vikings didn't play their best game. The Vikings had a lot of sloppiness that they have to clean up, but from soup to nuts, the Vikings handled their business, and they were the better team all damn day long. Really impressive what the Vikings did to San Francisco. McCaffrey or not, like they were going to be tough. So definitely does not put an asterisk on this one. I mean, the Vikings did this without Jordan Addison as well as Justin Jefferson late too. So I feel like it works out. But slinging Sammy Darnold, just like that blank staring down a playoff team, a divisional champion team, playoff run team, as well as 4,000 yards, a 100.9 quarterback rating. Woo! Staring down comeback player of the year, staring down his receiver, and then Fred Warner picked him off. But so America's not perfect, but it's pretty effing great, and that's exactly what Sam Darnold is. Not perfect, but pretty damn effing great. That's right. So we got winners and losers from the game. So Sam Darnold won. He did again, right? So I know that everyone is going to say blah, blah, blah Giants, but now it's blah, blah, blah 49ers. It's pretty damn good. 17-26, 65% of his passes, 63, somewhere in there. 268 passing, 2 touchdowns, an interception. It's kind of a bad pick, but also the touchdown to Justin Jefferson was obviously glorious. 97 yards, bomb, beautiful. 109.1 quarterback rating. Also at 32 yards rushing, which I think was an underrated part of his game. But yeah, obviously the Jefferson touchdown was amazing. But what really impressed me is that last drive. A couple of big third down conversions. Powell, Naylor up the middle. No Justin Jefferson either. And it was a spot where, hey, Sam Darnold could have just withered on the vine, gave the ball back to the Niners, and all of a sudden they score a touchdown, they win, right? But Darnold was nails in that drive, man. It was just like conversion after conversion, taking care of the rock. Once they got inside Will Rockford's sizable range, and Darnold was great, man. And as we said, Darnold doesn't have to reinvent the wheel. This is all that he needs to do. And he was very, very impressive. Plus, big props to Kevin O'Connell. Obviously, he's very comfortable with the game plan. And it's fantastic, man. I'm happy for Sam Darnold, too, because I feel like people completely wrote him off as a bust, not even factoring in his circumstances with the Jets and the Panthers. And we said all off season long, like we were on that wall. You want us on that wall. You need us on that wall. That Sam Darnold, if he can't succeed here, he's not going to succeed anywhere. And he's succeeding here. It's great. CJ Ham with the punt block really set the tempo and the tone for the game. All right, so CJ Ham coming up in there, making amends for the fumble from last week. But CJ Ham, low-key one of my favorite Vikings of all time. Heart and hustle, family dude, man of faith, and just a very damn good teammate and locker room guy. And you just need players like CJ Ham who are selfless, will do the dirty work, and just keep this team together. I mean, he's a captain for a reason. Love me some CJ Ham, as I give for Klempt. Blake Cashman outside, how about that? Had probably one of the more insane linebacking games that we've seen. Like, he looked like prime Greenway. And, I mean, Scott Studwell is before my time, but he had a Scott Studwell box score. 13 tackles, had a sack, broke up 3 passes. One of them resulted in an interception. He was just flying around making plays all damn day. And I'll say it, like, between Cashman and Pace Jr., Metellus is basically a linebacker, AVG playing off-ball. Of course, the edge rushers. I mean, the Vikings have the best linebacking core in the National Football League. It's not close. Winner number 4, Justin friggin' Jefferson, of course, the 97-yard touchdown, 4 catches for 133 and a tutty. Also, O'Connell saying, well, take O'Connell injury reports with a grain of salt, but it did seem like it was, all right, so he's saying it's a quad contusion, which basically just a big-ass bruise on his thigh, which obviously not a doctor, but watching the replay where Fred Warner basically like leg whips Justin Jefferson, obviously not on purpose. I mean, respect to Fred Warner, but it did just look like he got kicked in the thigh pretty damn hard, and that's what it looked like. But of course, sometimes things aren't always what they seem. But hopefully he'll be day-to-day, as we all are, and good to go. But looks like they escaped major injury there. Patrick Jones second, 4 sacks in 2 games. Getting after it, man. 5 tackles as well. And we said, we've always liked Patrick Jones second. And in the videos where we said, oh, we should trade him, it was never vindictive. It was literally just business and also looking out for him, right? Because he has always been the number 4 edge rusher with the Vikings, right? He's always been behind Everson and Daniil and blah, 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 right? So now Patrick Jones is still the 4th edge rusher, but he's been getting in and rotating, and he's been getting some damn good work done in this Flores front. All right, and he's put himself in line to get paid as well. Respect, man. Josh Metellus had himself a pick, 7 tackles, a pass broken up, a tackle for loss as well. Again, guys like Metellus, guys like Van Ginkel, guys like Hadi Ward, who are very versatile where they line up. I mean, it's tailor-made for this Flores defense, man. Ivan Pace Jr., I forgot what he said, but our guy Mekhi Blackman, who's been very active on the old Twitter machine since he's been working on his rehab and stuff, but he basically said Ivan Pace Jr. is like a cross between a pit bull and a toddler, which is great. Oh, Ivan Pace Jr. had a great game day fit as well with the overalls and nothing under it. It was good, man. But pace, run fits, absolute dog out there, 8 tackles, really setting a tone. And also, every time that there's a little bit of jawing going on the field, of course, he was right in the middle of it. That's what Pace does, man. Will Rackard, 3 of 3 on field goals. Now, they weren't far. I think his long was 39, but especially that last one. I mean, there's pressure there. And, of course, Vikings kickers have missed 27, 20, 29-yard field goals before. Yeah, but Rackard was an absolute nail driver out there. Will Rackard, as well as Andrew Van Ginkel, another great game by AVG. Had a sack, had contained, almost had like 2 more pick sixes. Like, he is very good at sniffing out those screens, and that's a lot of that is film work and just pattern recognition stuff. Also had 4 tackles as well. The offensive line. So the O-line did give up 3 pretty egregious sacks, but overall they're mostly good. And also 146 yards rushing. There's a lot not to like. Garrett Bradbury basically got manhandled. Ed Ingram had himself a not great day again. Blake Brandel, who had a good game against the Giants, but now he has 3 penalties through 2 games. So, yeah. Jalen Speedy Naylor, come on, Speedy. Had himself the touchdown. Also, a huge 3rd down throw and catch on that final drive. So, respect there. Plus, with Addison up on blocks for a little bit longer. I mean, Speedy's looking good. Also, props to Speedy for running down and shielding Jefferson on that 97-yard touchdown. Like, I don't think the 2 DBs were going to get him, but Speedy made sure they didn't get him. Also, he lived up to his name. Like, so Speedy gets plagued because he didn't have a fast combine or pro day time. And we're just like, oh, how fast can he be? But then just watch him on the field. Like, there's a big difference between your speed when you're in track shoes indoors on a flat surface and also not wearing pads, but how fast can you be on the field? Jalen Speedy Naylor is fast on the field, wearing the full pads and helmet and all that stuff. Also, Ty Chandler. So Aaron Jones had a nice start to the game. Didn't have a great ending to it, but Chandler basically sparked that drive before Darnold threw the interception, but 10 carries for 82 yards. Kevin O'Connell was in his bag. Play calling was great. Some of the best running back screens we've seen on this team since, 2002, the Colts game with the Dalvin one to tie the game. Also, working the ball to Jefferson when everyone knows that he's getting the ball is great. Making Sam Darnold feel extremely comfortable out there and just taking advantage and going for the kill shot. I love the aggressiveness. Also, on that last drive, like busting out the halfback pass just in case, except Johnny Monk got tied up. Just like they wouldn't have been expecting it. But I respect it. Hottie Ward had that fumble recovery. Also was being a menace all damn day. I don't care about the roughing the passer. Nah. And then team defense overall, like swarmed the ball. Another 6-sack game. Had 5 against Daniel Jones. Purdy, that was a career high 6 sacks. The Niners were 2 of 10 on third down, 1 of 3 on fourth down, and they're just bringing heat from everywhere. And now you know what Darnold and McCarthy were talking about facing this defense every single day in practice. They're going to be a problem. They're absolutely going to be a problem. Losers. So we wanted to expand this, right? Because some players just have a bad game, and it happens. And some players just have a bad play, but we want to point out the bad play, but they can also have a good game, right? So there's a big difference there. Garrett Bradbury. Basically, Bradbury and Ed Ingram, they couldn't handle Javon Hargrave, which, respect. I mean, Hargrave is one of the best defensive tackles in the game. That's why he got paid thusly. But they have to do something to replace Bradbury. He's not the answer long term. Ed Ingram, I mean, basically you're just waiting until Dalton Risner gets healthy. That's it. 1 rep from Darrisaw. Darrisaw had a great game except for 1 rep against Nick Bosa, where Bosa got a sack. I don't think that he made contact with Nick Bosa. I think it was a clean whiff. That's going to be interesting to see on the All-22. Aaron Jones had that fumble, and that was the soul-crushing one. You're just like, we got this momentum. Metellus just had that interception. We're going to go up 27-7, and then fumble at the 1, and then 99 yards, and all of a sudden it's 20-14, and we have a ball game again. Yeah. Sam Darnold pick. I mean, you didn't see Fred Warner, but Fred Warner is a freaking man, right? So no muss, no fuss. But it definitely was a lot worse than the week 1 interception, which was just his arm getting hit. Murph dropped an interception. I mean, it would have been a tough catch. It would have been like a Willie Mays breadbasket catch, but that would have been huge. Special teams, Dallas Turner. Downing that punt. I don't think he's ever downed a punt in his career. I would actually say cap. Zimmer's defense. 4 touchdowns again to Alvin Kamara. Like, half of Alvin Kamara's career touchdowns have come against Zimmer. The refs were not great. So the blatant face mask on JJ early, the intentional grounding, Naylor was in the area. The Debo catch, he did not have control when his toes were in before he stepped out. The Ayuk one was close, but I don't like that they called a lot of ticky-tacky fouls on both sides, because I don't like when the refs are the main character of the game. It's ridiculous, man. Also, so we ranted about this during the live stream post-game show, but season ticket holders who sold. If you're a hardcore Vikings fan, how are you selling the home opener against the reigning defending NFC champions? Now, half the stadium was red, and the Let's Go Niners chants were loud. They were proud, and also the Vikings on third down, like, it was loud. Ridiculous. Can't have it. All right. So they need to parse out season ticket holders, because 75% of US Bank Stadium is season tickets. They need to parse out people who just resell their tickets and get rid of them. Like, put hardcore Vikings fans on the waiting list in those seats. Just unacceptable. Like, this is not Vegas. This is not LA, right? We're not one of those monolithic stadiums. Like, we have one of the best fan bases in the league, and stop selling your tickets. That's it. Like, I understand the economics of it. I understand that you'll sell a couple to help defray the cost of season tickets because they're spending. Fully respect that. Fully get it. But if you're buying season tickets and you're just reselling everything, like, you're probably not even a Vikings fan, right? Or if you're just one or two games, no. Either that or sell your tickets not on Ticketmaster or any third-party app. Sell them to people who you know are Vikings fans. That's it. That's it, man. But overall, what happened? Vikings leading the NFC North. And first off, the Bears aren't going to beat the Texans. But even if they do, that 2-0 would be tainted because they didn't win. Will Levis just lost. So that's it, man. That's it. But America, Sam Darnold, gloriousness. I love it. Man. But we're on to the Texans. That's it. But your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings get a huge big-time statement win in impressive fashion week 2 against San Francisco 49ers. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section below. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.